Welcome back. In this video, we'll be dealing with a free video recording software that's Open Broadcaster Software or OBS. In order to install OBS, just search OBS in Google, and obviously the first option will be, the first website will be obsproject.com or this one. And here, click the website. And opening this OBS Studio, we can see there are three options here: Windows, Mac, and Linux. All these correspond to OBS for these three operating systems, and most of us may have Windows operating system. And there is a limitation for OBS that it can only be installed from Windows 8 to 10. If you're having Windows 7 or older version, then you cannot install OBS. In order to install OBS, just click on this Windows if you are having a Windows operating system, and you can see automatic download starts there. I'm just pausing it. Since I already have OBS installed in my system, I'm not wasting time by downloading this. And when this file is completely downloaded, just follow the instructions and you can install OBS directly. There may be some problems associated with installation of OBS, and I'll deal that in the free video later. And when you have installed OBS, you will see an option like this, OBS Studio, and open it, and you can see this is the OBS home screen. Here we have some options down here. I'll be dealing with each of them. First, let's start from the right corner, and there are some controls: start streaming, start recording, studio mode, settings, etc. Here we'll be dealing with start recording. This option enables you to record your video. And in order to start recording, we have to set our scene and also the sources. Scene is actually a collection of sources, and sources are in fact what OBS is doing for you. In this menu, in the sources, we'll be giving some options to OBS so that OBS can follow that and OBS will do whatever we say. So if you are adding a source, you have to click this plus button here. Just click this and you have many options right here. And these options are in fact commands for OBS to do. If you click display capture, OBS will capture whatever is on your display. And if you select this video capture device, OBS will be using your webcam to capture whatever is in front of it. And these two are the most important things that most of us will be using. And also, of course, we have image capture, game capture, and you capture your browser, anything like that. Mostly in our videos, we'll be using display capture and also sometimes display capture and video capture device. So first I'm going to show you what is display capture. So in order to enable display capture, select any scene here. Click this, now come under sources, click this plus button or add button, and from here select display capture. And you have to give a name. I'm just giving it display capture itself, and click OK. And here you'll have a pop-up window. The default settings will work fine. Always click this option, that is capture cursor. If the capture cursor is turned off, then you won't see your cursor in your recording. And click OK. Okay, now don't get panicked by seeing this entire window. This loop actually comes here since your laptop display is capturing itself. It's something like you're standing in between two mirrors approximately opposite to each other, which are positioned vertical. That means in that case we can see a lot of our reflections in a single mirror, and that's the case here. And this figure means that if we start recording now, whatever comes in our on our display will be recorded by OBS. Now the next option, again click add, then go to video capture device, and you should give a name. I'll just give this video capture device itself and click OK. And now we have a lot of options here, and almost you can select your device camera. I'm using my same camera, easy camera. If you have more than one camera, you can select it here. And as usual, the default settings work fine. Click OK. Now it's actually my face here entire in this video. I'm gonna make it somewhat smaller like this towards the right corner and place it here. And now if we start recording, OBS will record my display and also my webcam. So if I am starting to record now, it will completely record whatever is shown in my display and also whatever it sees in my webcam. Let's have a look at that. Let's start recording. By clicking here, you can start recording. And then I'm going to open my Microsoft whiteboard. I'm going to open my Microsoft whiteboard like this. The main problem with this OBS is that when you click start recording and you navigate away from OBS, you can't see what is actually recorded. It simply means that whatever comes on your screen is recorded by OBS. And now I have just tried to open my Microsoft whiteboard, and whatever is there on my whiteboard and this entire blue screen is in the background recorded by OBS. And this is my whiteboard. I'm selecting a pen and just I'm drawing a line like this. See, and there, now I can't see what is recorded by OBS, but I know that everything is recorded by OBS in my background. So I'm now going back. I'm gonna stop my recording. I'll give stop recording here. Now my recording is stopped. And I'll go to file and show recordings. I'll just see what's the last recording. By clicking here, you can start recording. And then I'm going to open my Microsoft whiteboard. I'm going to open my Microsoft whiteboard like this. The main problem with this OBS is that when you click start recording, okay, now it's clear that OBS have recorded everything. Whatever I have said, whatever I spoke here, OBS has recorded it completely. And the only problem with this is that we can't see what is recorded, but still we know that everything is recorded by OBS. And if you want to adjust your screen, you can place your webcam position like this or the entire screen drag it like, and if you don't want this, you can remove it. And this is the most common setting that most people prefer in OBS. Your display capture plus your webcam capture. And also, if you want any other modes, you can add a scene here. And this is where the scenes come to play. If you want, see, your normal recording involves your video capture and your display capture. And if you want to record some other type of video in which you don't want your video capture, you only want this display capture, you don't want to capture your webcam, either you can delete this video capture from this scene, or you can add a scene here. You will name it scene 2, and here in scene 2 you just add the display capture. You just add your display capture, and if you start recording in this format, it will only capture your display, it won't capture your webcam. So if your purpose is to record only your display, you can opt scene 2. And if you want to display both your display and webcam, you can opt for scene 1. And if you have any other choices, like there are a lot of sources available here, if you want any other sources to be used, you can use any more scenes like this. Ultimately, the minimum demand is that there should be at least one scene and one source. That's the only demand here. And this is how you record a video using OBS. And you have some other options like this. That's the audio mixing devices, the desktop audio, mic audio, or video capture device audio, anything. All of these are set to maximum. And the main use with OBS is that when I am using OBS, it can record my voice and also it can record whatever is played from my device. For example, if I am playing an audio or if I am playing a video in my laptop, OBS will record that audio too. Whereas some other softwares may not record that. It may only record whatever you say. And this is how you record a video using OBS. And as I said, there are some other options, streaming, studio. And before going to that, we should go to the settings of OBS and select settings here. And in settings, the general settings work fine. I'm just going to show you the output setting here. In this output setting, we'll be setting where OBS stores your data or the recorded video. Here in this recording, I have set a file path to, this is the file path for my OBS recording. it will be more advisable if you are avoiding your C drive and selecting a drive which have a very large space, because if you are recording videos with high quality using OBS, then you'll need comparatively more disk space. So I have set a disk space here. I have set a path here, and the recording quality, you have different qualities, same as stream, high quality, that is medium file size, indistinguishable quality, that is large file size, and lossless quality, that is tremendously large file size. So, as the name suggests, you can see that lossless quality will be having the greatest file size, indistinguishable will be having the moderate file size, and high quality will be having medium file size. I usually prefer indistinguishable quality because it will have much higher clarity and also moderate file size. And if you are selecting this lossless quality, OBS will give you a warning that using this for approximately 1 minute can take 7 GB of your disk space. So that's a very high disk space, and I'm not opting that. And the recording format, you can use MP4, FLV, MOV, MKV like that. I usually prefer ML4, and then click OK if you want to make any change. So I just show you this because you have to set your recording path here. You can browse and set your recording path wherever you want to store this OBS recorded videos. You can set it here in recording path, and also you can set your recording quality here. That's about the basics of OBS.